What is up, YouTube? Big Papa Jake back with another figure review and opening on It Figures, where I talk figures. And today we're going to be cracking open the Ultimate Edition, and this is the non-chase edition of the Great Muta. And beautiful figure. Definitely had to pick this up when I saw it out hunting at the store. But let's take a look. Again, I'm going to say the Ultimate packaging. I really enjoy these. And they're uniform, which I like. You can display them on the side like that, as you can see. Has the WWF symbol. It's got the Great Muta there in his red face paint. You got the window in the figure there, WWE Ultimate, the Great Muta. Great Muta on the side, Ultimate Edition. And yeah, there's the back. Figure there in a pose. And there's a nice glamour shot there. Let's read what it says on the back. It says, the Great Muta, 6 foot 2 inches from the land of the rising sun. It's almost as good as, from Parts Unknown. I get a kick out of that. Finisher was the dreaded moonsault. Career highlights, World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Hall of Fame inductee, which I think was last year, in fact. And, yeah, it says, when one thinks of the most influential Japanese superstars of all time, the first name that pops into many minds is the Great Muta. Known for innovating moves such as the Muta Lock and the Shining Wizard, Muta was feared for his technical prowess as well as his signature green mist. Probably one of the first ones I remember. I think, if I remember the missing link back in the WWF, shot the green mist. That's the first one I remember seeing, but I think Muta was the second. And yeah, let's crack this open and I'll tell you a little bit about Muta. I don't really have a big history watching him and fandom. I really remember him from the late 80s. I think he wrestled Sting a couple times, Flair. I think he did the circuit with the NWA guys. But I don't really remember a whole lot about it. Not a big fan of the Japan promotion, so I don't really know much about him from there. But I do certainly remember him spitting that green mist, and I do remember his face paint and his outfits. Let's take a look at the rest of this packaging. There's always a little fun stuff in there. On the bottom it says Natural Born Master, and on the top it says Poison Mist. Yeah, so, but again, I remember him spitting the green mist in people's faces, and his acrobatic moves, which, for that time wasn't really as prevalent as it is now. He's really, now I don't want to say he wouldn't stand out, but his moveset is certainly not unique as it was back then. And yeah, I remember, again, some of his matches in the late 80s, early 90s, I believe, in the NWA/WCW promotion. And then I do know also, as opposed to just the Ultimate, he's been in a lot of, excuse me, I'll just get him out of here, make a lot of noise. He's getting a lot of figures this year. He's going to be in the Superstars line. He's in the Monday Night Wars line, and this is, in the Monday Night Wars line, he's got an NWO figure. I honestly, and again, I was watching a lot of WCW in the Attitude Era, and Monday Night Wars era, and I don't remember him being part of the NWO at all. I don't remember them showcasing that. I know Bischoff had a good relationship with New Japan and Japanese wrestlers, so maybe that had something to do with it, but let me get these hands out. Yeah, there's a lot of good accessories with this. It definitely feels more special than just a standard Elite figure. And again, that Monday Night Wars figure is going to look really cool too. But I just don't remember him being part of the NWO. And I'm sure probably was, more uniquely overseas. But I did pre-order that figure, so I'm going to have him in my NWO ring and displayed with my other NWO figures. Let's look at some of the accessories first. We got the mask here. It's pretty cool. It's part of his dress coming to the ring. You've got, I guess you'd call it a gi. I'm going to display him with this on. I think this is an awesome soft goods gi. Hopefully, oh, it's got Velcro, so I don't have to worry about tying it. That's a neat idea. They should do that more with these robes. Have Velcro underneath, but have one side be a nice tied bow so it goes over. Because I can never get those bows tied back again when I open their robes and look at their gear. So, but yeah, this gi is awesome. It's got the symbols on the back too. Kind of cool. It's not Cobra Kai, but it's cool. And then let's take a look at the hands. We've got the white painted fingers, kind of holding up the two symbol. I don't know. I don't think he did. I think he just, kind of splayed out his hands like that. I don't think he ever did the mandible claw type of deal. But there's a second set of hands there. And the matching hand to that. And then we got a chopping hand there. So, yeah, pretty cool hand assortment. Again, it does definitely feel ultimate. And then you got the green mist, which goes in this mouth right here, in this face that he has there. He's kind of got the eyes wide open like he's spraying the mist. And this one, he's got another kind of look like kind of squinting. Maybe this is the one with the mist. Yeah, I think this is the one that the mist goes in. I'm sorry. Where his eyes are kind of squinting. Let's take a look. I don't have my glasses on, people. Yeah, that's the one. There we go. And that's probably how I'm going to display him, with this hat and the mist there. But again, in this one, kind of get the wide eyes looking at you like all creepy. I think he's got tongue sticking out too, yeah. But I really should wear my glasses for these figure reviews now. When you get over 50, guys, trust me, it gets a lot harder. Now let's take a look at the figure here. Good solid figure. Got the ultimate articulation. I don't go through articulation. It is what it is. Again, I'm not really posing the figures or wrestling with them for sure. I'm not playing with them. But yeah, I got again, just kind of the standard face. I like that face scan, but again, I'm going to stick with the one with the mist. The head scan looks pretty cool. Got the paint on the one hand. Really not fists, kind of gripping hands. Coming with the red wrist tape. The red gear. This is the standard edition. The chase is black. And I was really glad I got the red garb one and I didn't find the chase, because again, the NWO Monday Night War is coming out. I got pre-ordered to get the Ted DiBiase figure. That's the Build-A-Figure there. And bonus, I'm going to get a great Muta in my NWO collection. But yeah, love the red face paint. And, so much different. I always hated Sting in the red face paint. Looked like a walking tomato. I'm sorry. When he joined the Wolf Pack, I think he could have just done, his white face paint with, instead of the black, maybe red, or maybe some red, some black, instead of going the whole tomato face that he did. But here, Muta looks really good in that. And the figure, again, I like Sting in the Wolf Pack, but man, the face paint didn't do it for me. But this is really good. So yeah, really beautiful figure with the gi, with the mist is a good adder. I'd be willing to bet that they're going to make some other figures with that. Maybe an Asuka figure with the green mist. I think there was a couple other, recent ones. Oh, Shinsuke could have a figure come out with that. I don't know if his was green, though. Yeah, I thought he had a different color. But, yeah, definitely like how they integrated the green mist into the head. I'm going to take some hands off in this. But again, I wish I had more of a backstory to talk about, Great Muta and my fandom, but I really don't have a big memory of him. Other than, again, he was an acrobatic wrestler from Japan, spit the mist. Boy, this head's kind of hard to get on there. I don't want to pop in there. So, but yeah, other than that, I really didn't have too much of a fandom to discuss. I do remember him. I do remember him wrestling, I think, like I said, Sting and Flair and all the guys in the WCW. But I don't really recall him sticking around long. I think he was involved in, was it Ravishing Rick Rude? When the heavyweight, the big gold was the international title. I don't remember even how all that went down either. But yeah, again, remember him. He was very memorable. But I don't have a big database in my mind of, certain matches that are my favorite or feuds or this or that. I just remember him being around. And, of course, wasn't on the mic. He wasn't, really in huge stories as far as, long-term booking and that, I don't believe. So, but yeah, I'm trying to get this gi on. It's not easy. I think I probably should have taken the arms off. But yeah, he's, boy, never mind. I guess I'm going to take his arms off. And that's what's good about these Ultimates is you can pop the arm off and get it through. That'll definitely help. I don't know what the issue is here about getting this. Let's see if I can get the arm through. Boy, I tell you, I don't know how they do these in one cut because I have so many screw-ups in these openings. And when you open a figure, you can't close it back up and open it again. You just got to roll with the punches, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. I will say, as nice as the soft good gi looks, it's hard to get an arm in there. So there we go. I think we did it. There we go. Pop it back on. So yeah, we will get you up and running there, Muta. And yeah, I will say, definitely some tight joints there. Definitely not easy to get them all dressed up, but I do really like, and when I show you again what I'm talking about, I do like the Velcro and the makeshift knot in the robe, the gi, and I think they could really use that in future figures to really, make it easier for us to mix and match and take off the robes and put them back on and have it look like it did out of the box with that nice bow on the robe. So yeah, I think I'm gonna display him like this. I'm gonna put the old mist in his mouth there. Boy. There we go. Yep, I have him up like that. So look at him from the side. Definitely going on my WCW shelf, my early NWA/WCW era shelf. I have a shelf that is basically WCW era and NWA era, probably I would say from mid-80s to early 90s, 92, 93. And then I have a Monday Night War era, which I consider really 95 and on. I have a shelf for my WCW figures there. And I do that with, I put my figures in eras for the most part. I have a golden era shelf for WWF and Attitude Era shelf for WWF. I got a new generation section. Don't have a ton of figures from there because, again, that's kind of when I lost track and stopped watching for a little while, at least the WWF. And then, yeah, got the Crockett era into early, WCW era. And pretty much that's about it as far as my collections go. But as far as the Great Muta goes, I mean, drop me some information. What do you think, guys? What were your most memorable matches? What were your memorable feuds? Anybody watch them in Japan? I, again, was not a Japanese wrestling fan, so I never got to see any promotions other than WWF, AWA, WCW, NWA. So that's where I know him from. Again, know very little about him. Couldn't tell you, any background, any championships or stuff that I missed. But No, I certainly dig this figure. It's one that I'm glad I decided to open, and I'm glad I decided to make a video of the opening. So I apologize, it was a little cumbersome getting that on and off. Again, that's the name of the game. But yeah, I'd really like to hear what you guys think about this figure. Looks cool on the back there, that symbol. And he's going to be spitting the mist in somebody's face. I don't know where I'm going to put him, if I'm going to put him with the heels or with the faces, or what I'm going to do. And again, someday I've definitely got to tape or get a video of all my sections and show you guys what I'm talking about. As you can see behind me, real quick, I'll turn it there. You can see behind me over my shoulder, I've kind of pointed it out. There's my NWO collection. It's got all my NWO figures in the Nitro ring that I got with the Eric Bischoff Ultimate figure in there. And then I have kind of some mixed match legends and things behind me. Have some Ultimates. I got the Steiner Brothers. I got Dusty Rhodes. Roddy Piper's back there somewhere. And yeah, so that's just kind of one section. I'm in my office right now, out in my rec room, I'll call it, or my man cave. I have several shelves and several sections of different things. So maybe sometime I'll give a tour of that as well. But until then, like I said, let me know what you think of the Great Muta. I really enjoy this figure. I think they did a great job of it. I think they got it spot on. They got the gi and the outfit. It just was one, again, even though I don't have a long history of fandom with Muta, I had to pick it up. So, and then I just can't wait till that NWO Muta comes out. And I believe that is also the chase and the regular. They have a chase with the letters NWO painted on his face, which is pretty cool. Don't care which one I get, but if I get that chase, it would be pretty awesome. So, all right, let me know what you think. Otherwise, good hunting and deuces.